Game 2 of the championship series with a sterling performance against the Yankees. And off we go in Game 2.
Right in the middle after he throws it, ready to field the pitch.
Inside here, 1 ball, 1 strike. Schwarber starting Game 2. He's ahead 2 balls and 1 strike.
Advantage, you got to win at least 1 on the road, and they've done it every series.
3-1 on Schwarber.
That's why you win games.
Schwarber with a hot shot up the middle. Well positioned Pena for the first out of the night.
But the first 2 out of 3 pitches, usually a low percentage of strikes. And that breaking ball, he doesn't throw it.
And struck out 10 over 5 innings. And the curveball you're talking about, he's leaned down more and more in this.
Along with a couple other curveball artists.
Foul.
And that would be
was that spin rate on that breaking ball. 2-2 on Hoskins. On a 2-2 from Valdez. It's curved, that's tap foul. Roxon fires another 2-2. It takes off on him, and the count goes full in both his World Series starts last year. His 3-2 to Hoskins is inside, and the Phillies have their first base runner, winning it with a homer in the 10th. First one here is in there for a strike.
Reduce that ground ball double play to get him out of the inning.
Good breaker right there for strike 2.
Throws. There's the line he wants to be on. That line is big.
At first, 1 gone. First inning. 0-2 pitch. 3 straight curves to Real Muto, who takes the for the 28-year-old. Who fires 1-2. And a fastball is high. 2 balls and 2 straight. AT. Goes 2-2. Comes back home and strikes him out. Back to that. Carry an underdog to an upset. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. Strike 1. Not too many times this
ball, or at least allow the curveball to be a better weapon.
Is 1-1. Is a fastball, and it's grounded foul. 1-2. Hoskins off first as the 1-2 comes home from Valdez. He runs, and a fly ball to left center field. Aledmus Diaz is there, and that's a scoreless top of the
low ball hitter, sinker ball pitcher.
Nick Castellanos takes strike 1, and the hero last night. Castellanos added the great defensive play to get the game into extra innings. Valdez got a call that
recognizes the last pitch height-wise. Got that one a little
trying to give up just 1 over 10 2/3. A strikeout to open the second for Valdez. Twice. They've done it twice in the last 3 games now. Bohm takes a ball.
But here's the thing the postseason does. First guy out. If the next guy gets on, you got a double play possibility. Because after pitch, after pitch.
Here's 2-1 pitch. Bohm shoots it down the line. It feels foul. They say that's one of the big
issues in the moment and doesn't get outside of himself.
Full count on Bohm. Started working with one of the managers, Dusty Baker. You start to believe it yourself. That's a walk to Bohm, second one that he's issued. Incredible consistency here in his 5th major league season. That is a strike on Gene Segura.
See, that's a bad
swing and a miss on a high fastball. That is trying to keep.
As you mentioned,
he is now 2 for his last 23 as he watches that.
That's when you're looking for that crooked number, right? That 1 swing or that big inning.
Matt Vierling hooks one down the line, foul. Didn't get the losing decision right. Here's bouncing ball up the middle. Second baseman Altuve to the bag. And they've only seen a few lefties, but he's been good. 2 for 4 with a walk. He's knocked in 2. Got a slow breaking pitch there. And don't really bring in any big pieces, but that address some areas where they needed to help the depth. David Robertson the same. All the handiwork of Dave Dombrowski
in the year.
2-2.
And there's no way to measure that. It's can't measure it.
You saw the owner John Middleton, who loves Dave Dombrowski every day. Another 2-2 and another foul. this offseason to figure out the long-term solution at manager. Nobody really saw this coming. Sosa's down on strikes. One. Back to the top, Kyle Schwarber. Swings and misses. And maybe a tough matchup for Schwarber here, who is one part. Let's see if he gives him one. Another breaker. Fastball is hit foul. On 1-2, he goes back to the soft stuff. Really a last-minute tryout. All right, maybe there is hope. Full count on Schwarber. Interest in. Snaps off a few curveballs, and they say, okay, we've seen plenty. That's hooked down the right field line, and Kyle Schwarber deposits one into the corner. Hangs on with a long
turn into an out.
Hoskins. Strike one.
He just didn't make a pitch
against Verlander. That didn't happen until the fourth. And then Harper gets a base hit, but Hoskins does. Valdez trying to finish him off, and does with a breaking ball. Bounce to third. Bregman. Three scoreless. Framber Valdez. Applied the left his first time. And checks his swing for ball one here. Now I say all postseason long they've taken those big early blows only to steady themselves. He has Harper in an 0-2 hole.
Well, he's been much better with first. He hit for strikes all the time.
Another 0-2. He's the guy for you, John. He's never going to. And delivers. Gets him. Big breaking ball from Framber.
And he is on display tonight.
So he gets Harper. Here's Castellanos, who chops one along third. That's a fair ball. That's a low throw. That's a pitch for out number. Up 2 down in this 4th inning. Alec Bohm walked his first time. Fouls off the first pitch. Kicks and deals in 0-1. That's a little bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1.
That's off of his arm.
Wow. Thing moves. Cool and calm. Framber Valdez looking for a 1-2-3 inning against the heart of the Phillies lineup. And he's got it with bookend strike. Was struck out 7, walked 2, giving up just 1 hit through 4. On the inside corner, strike 1.
Well, he's thrown enough of those for adds to that illusion of 16 being for strikes.
That is past the diving first baseman and down the line. Leadoff base hit, Gene Segura. He's been struggling lately, but he triggers. Playing time hard to come by, just starting against lefties. They've not seen many. Dar. On a 1-0 from Valdez. Takes a strike. Devilish movement to it as well. And same thing with that curveball. 11 strikeouts. The 1-2. Put in play for the first time, but he's got exactly what he wanted. A double play, even with a speedy. 3-0 Houston here in game 2. And the 9-hitter Sosa takes ball 1.
See because they pitch deep in the game.
Yeah, 201 innings this season for Framber Valdez to lead the American League, and you don't do one of them. 2-1 on Sosa. Here's 2-1. His shot foul, and it's 2-2.
You don't care if they're sandals.
2-2. Popped out of his hand, and the count goes full. A leadoff single. Valdez trying to face the minimum thanks to the double play ball. It's a curve, and it's lofted foul. Valdez back home 3-2. Strikes out Sosa. Framber Valdez, 5 scored. 5. Today, Framber Valdez trying to put his foot down. Top of the order for the Phillies. And strike 1 on Kyle Schwarber.
It's here, 3rd time through the lineup.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 years back and forth between the majors and AAA, and he was getting rocked. So even once he got here, he looked far out. His 1-2 to Kyle Schwarber is in the dirt. 2-2. Just outside. 3-2. And a leadoff walk.
Oh, what an at-bat there by Schwartz.
Hoskins, a walk in addition to that strikeout. Feathers a change in there at the knees. One back home at 1-1. This might be a little different, just given the pitching matchups. There's a big drop.
He's going to be more of a multiple-use pitchers.
That pierces the shift. Base hit Hoskins. First two aboard for the Phillies here in the 6th. 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th. And he drives the first one foul.
He's not your average catcher running to first.
Hector Neris starts to warm. That's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes on 1-1. Backdoor breaking ball is fouled off, and it's 1-2.
The baseball.
The 1-2. Realmuto spoils it. 2 on, nobody out. First threat for the Phillies tonight. Got him with a high fastball. Well, you got those big looping curves. Here, John. Bryce Harper to the plate. 0 for 2 tonight. Chops the first one to second. Altuve to second one. On to first. Double. Brown, he's got 9 Ks. And he has shut the Phillies out through 6 innings. That's curveball that falls into the zone. Good regular season, but 5 runs in both those starts. He says he got back to work much faster than he normally facing the Braves lineup. And he's come back better than ever this year. Way better than ever.
Thinking the ball's going to move, and it doesn't, and breaks their bat, and weak hits.
Ball no.
If you've got a trying to figure it out in split second.
Rafael Montero's getting loose. Castellanos goes up and drags that curve foul.
Playing, they go to attack where they think it's going to go. And that's why.
Time, right?
Yeah, well, he wasn't going to throw me a cutter, but it wasn't a lot of fun into a double play, and I said, now I get it.
Yeah, that's right. 3-2. Castellanos swats one into left center field. That's a base hit to the gap. All the way to the wall. Nick Castellanos, as we saw him do last. Leadoff double Castellanos. Boom, takes the ball in the dirt.
Lead.
Yeah, Montero ready to go. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Boom, up the middle. There's Pena. 1 gone.